After the videos about the mousses, I received a lot of questions about the mousse. In this video, I go to answer to the most common one. Let's go. Okay, the first. What to do if my mousse is deflated? You need a new one. No, seriously. It depends. It depends how deflated is it. Because you know, if your feeling of the pressure it's around 0.7, 0.8 compared with the tube, it's no problem at all. If it's going down, it's better if you take it out and you put on a side, especially in this season because it's summer, it's hot, and a very soft mousse can damage the tire. The mousse will die very fast, and you can damage also the rim. So the best option is to take it out and place a new one. Can I use a golden tire mousse with the tire from another brand and vice versa? Yes, it's possible, obviously. But it's better if you use tire and mousse of the same brand. About this there is a reason, because we make a lot of study about the fitting between tire and mousse. If you want to have the best performance from the mousse, but also from the tire, it's better if you use the same brand, because for sure they will have the same shape, and the performance of the tire and the mousse will be much more higher, and you will receive the best. If the mousse is deflated, can I somehow inflate it? Obviously no, because there is no air inside. But in emergency case, you can use some special trick, but I tell you, I suggest you to use it only in training, not in race, because the performance will be not the same. So the first one can be to use an old tube. You cut inside, you take out the valve and you cover the mousse and you mount again in the tires. This makes the mousse a little thickness and give little more consistency. The second one, this is a really emergency solution. You can add a piece like 15 centimeters of another old mousse in the middle. So this push the mousse in the tires and make the tires a little more harder. But I tell you again, this is only emergency solution if you don't have other choice. But differently, it's better if you arrive too low with the pressure, it's better to use a new one. How I can mount, dismount the mousse? Yes, this is a big question, and for that we are making a new video where I explain everything. How to mount, dismount, all the trick and everything. Can I use the rim lock? Oh my gosh, there is a big argument, because there is a lot of misunderstanding about the rim lock. The rim lock is made for the tube, because the rim lock blocks the tires to save the valve of the tube, because differently when the tire spin, cut the mousse, and you lost pressure and the game is over. With the mousse it's different. We have to split in two parts, front and rear. In the front, you must not use the rim lock in any case, because you don't need it, as I told you in my previous video. Because rim lock is the biggest enemy of the mousse, because when stay inside with the high temperature that the tire generate, will it's like a knife in butter, you know, something like that. Cut the mousse, destroy the mousse. So front, don't use the rim lock. On the rear is different, because in the rear you must have a rim lock, because the power of your bike is you have a very powerful bike, so you need, when you open the throttle differently, the tire will spin on the rim. And especially in enduro, if you ride in water, that can be a problem. So in the rear you can use one rim lock, I suggest it, but if the mousse is new and it's big, you can also ride without rim lock also in the back. But if you want to be safe, it's better to have one rim lock, no more, please. If the mousse is partly deflated, can I still use? Yes, it depends. It depends what you mean when you say partly, because as I told you before, there is a limit that it's a feeling when you touch the tire. It's 0.6 bar for enduro and it's 0.8 for motocross. If you go down these limits, it's better if you make some activity. About this, as I suggested in my previous video, is to have one spare mousse, especially for the rear, that you can alternate, so that makes the life longer, because when you take out from the tire the mousse and you put the black bag, the polymer will go back and you can see the mousse become again bigger. Don't become new for sure, but you give more life and the lasting of the mousse will become much more better. How to do a proper maintenance? About this I've made a video. But I can tell you some small tips. The first of all is to use silicone gel. That is very important. The second one is after 20-25 hours, take out the mousse from the tire and leave out from the tires 2-3 days in the black bag. Because this, as I told you before, the polymer will go back because they have a sort of memory. The third one is to not arrive to the finish of the life of the mousse before to change, because this don't give you performance and the mousse will not last enough. For the moment, that's it. If you have another question, don't hesitate. Write me in the comments. See you soon. Hasta luego, compañeros.